This video is about when someone really lets you down, and there are 4 things you need to know and to do when a person has done this and disappointed you. And to find out what those 4 things are, please stay tuned to this video. Welcome to the SCG Show, the home of education entertainment, and please do me a favour, if you really enjoyed this video, smash that like button, I would really appreciate it. You truly disappoint me. Now, how often have you said that? Or thought that of someone? How recently have you felt this way about a person as well? Whilst we're not perfect ourselves, seeing someone really let us down and experiencing it too is not a nice feeling. I remember when my father passed away and the influx of support and love me and my family received. However, there were others who did absolutely nothing at all. Others who offered little to no compassion or condolences or support. And others who completely broke down and made the tragedy all about themselves, aka acting like selfish narcissists. The tragic passing of a loved one is a bittersweet way of recognizing who genuinely loves you and who genuinely cares about you and who really doesn't care about you. We learnt this the hard way as a family. Whilst I won't single anybody out in particular, it was evident who fell short, who created drama and stress, who made it about themselves. This is what has inspired me to create this video. What happens when someone really lets us down? Be it a parent, spouse, co-worker, friend, partner, a sports team. It hurts so much. The people or person you thought was there for you, promised you the world, or even just supported you, have let you down. They've betrayed you, lied to you, cheated, failed, or stolen from you. It is why there are people in this world who have trust issues and people who never get themselves to be in a vulnerable position again, constantly living in fear that they're on the verge of betrayal. Now, this is not a healthy way to live your life. It is better instead to learn and educate yourself rather than be naive or just give up completely. Unfortunately, there are mean, nasty, selfish and toxic people in this world. It is always better to learn than to always get burned. Here's what to know and what to do when someone lets you down. Now, the very first thing you need to do, which is really hard, is to try and calm down. I know this may sound difficult at first, but speaking from experience is so important. The last thing you want to do is act irrationally, say something you regret, possibly commit a crime, act violently, abusively, lash out, embarrass yourself, and completely ruin your life. Nobody understands this sadly better than me, as I can unfortunately be a bit of a hothead. I can fly off the handle without thinking and can stand up to confrontation. They used to call me the pit bull. However, getting older and hopefully wiser, I realised whenever I was triggered, being furious was not the best way to handle a situation. I would take everything so personally and act sensitive to what I would hear, especially when somebody lets me down badly. I remember discovering an ex-girlfriend cheated on me with a friend of mine. I was in town shopping with her, and then as I passed and spoke to her about something, I pressed her, to which she finally confessed. Imagine what that must have been like, discovering your girlfriend slept with your friend, and in a public place too. And filled with rage, I looked her in the eyes and said, "I'm off, take care." My blood was boiling, my heart was racing, I had no choice but just go straight home, and alone too. I jumped on the train with a face like thunder and eventually got to my car and was blasting some heavy metal rock to fuel my rage even more. And then, the minute I got home, I stepped in the shower and then I gradually started to calm down. Then I made myself a chamomile tea as I sat in my dressing gown listening to some smooth jazz music, reflecting on what I had heard. And slowly and gradually, I started to relax more and more and more. I was more upset than angry by that stage, to which I whipped out my phone and blocked and deleted my ex and my friend who slept with her's numbers, never to speak to them again. Had I not calmed down, Lord knows what I would have done. So the first thing you need to do is try to calm down immediately. Number 2, analyze. When someone lets you down, it's time to try logically and as best as you can analyze the situation, which requires a lot of inner strength and maturity. Look, I sometimes get really, really angry, yet sometimes I reflect and analyze when people let me down. Like when the narcissists were making a very bad situation all about themselves, I asked myself, why are they acting so rude and selfishly? And the answer was simple. They're narcissists, the worst of people. Of course, they're not going to show compassion or empathy, and they're going to play the victims, be drama queens, drama kings, make it all about themselves. So, why on earth would I want the attention of such people? And personally, I wouldn't. Sometimes we ignore the glaring red flags of others and act surprised that we get severely burnt and let down by these people. It reminds me of an amazing fable, the story of the monkey and the scorpion. This monkey wanted to swim across the stream to get to the other side of this jungle, when a scorpion asked if it was possible to come with. And the monkey said, "But how are you going to come with me?" And he says, "Well, I can just jump on your back." The monkey said, "But won't you sting me and I'll die?" The scorpion said, "Why would I do that? If I sting you, we're both going to die." So the monkey thought, actually, that makes logical sense. So Scorpion jumped on the monkey's back and it was swimming across, and it was quite a deep stream, and it was swimming across. Then it felt a sharp pain in its back. And the scorpion had stung the monkey right in the middle of the stream, and it was deep. And as it was poisoned and it was getting weaker and it was drowning, the monkey tries to say to the scorpion, "Why did you do that? Why did you poison us?" And the scorpion said, "Because I'm a scorpion." Leopards rarely change their spots. Unfortunately, people never really change. Analyze their past behaviors, red flags, and motives, and you may not be surprised you have been let down in hindsight. Now, the next thing to do when someone really lets you down is to try and make a very bold and brave decision. How are you going to live your life moving forward? Does this person or people belong in your future? Should you walk away and go no contact? Sometimes people are on a bad path. You can't see it, or you can see it from a mile away. However, they are completely delusional and in denial and oblivious to their situation. An old friend of mine years ago started dabbling in narcotics. I've never been one to take narcotics or encouraged it, but he did, and he started doing a little bit from time to time as he enjoyed it. I refused to, and still stand by the decision as well. And fast forward a decade later, this poor chap has now become a full-blown addict. He can barely go a few hours without taking any substances, and he will go wherever he can to get some or deal some. And it's depressing. And I ask myself a question, do I want to be around such a person? No. He disappointed me by once bringing substances to my home, once to take them, and I kicked him out and never welcomed him back. Some might think that's really harsh and ruthless. However, you become the people you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with addicts and losers, you will become a loser or an addict yourself. It's that simple. And most people do not learn from their errors because this is a very soft generation. A man I know makes the same mistake over and over, keeps lying to people, never taking advice, and is stubborn and foolish. Therefore, the longer I allow him to act like this and the less he tries to improve, what do you think will occur? Chaos and more frustration. What's best for him and best for me is to be as far away from each other as possible. There's no benefit being around a person who refuses to change for the better and also bring you down in the process. Walk away from such people. Make friends and associate with people instead who want the best for you, not those who continuously want to let you down. So, you've been really let down by someone close to you. Well, it's time to educate yourself. Google is your friend. The very reason for this actual YouTube channel is to help you and realize other people have or are going through similar. Why do the opposite and keep making the same mistakes? Do you know the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. What is the benefit in that? It is time to start reading up on narcissism, psychology, sociology, how people act. Realizing the world is not all sunshine and rainbows, and unfortunately, life is not a Disney movie. Coming to grips with the fact that people can be rude, obnoxious, ignorant, selfish, manipulative. They'll take advantage of you. Realizing that perhaps you were just a little bit naive, a bit too trusting, and a bit foolish. I was the same. I've been so let down by people you have absolutely no idea. Not to paint the victim, but just use it as an example. That is why I've made it my mission to help people like you in hopefully improving their life and seeing the light. And the grass is greener. There are decent and honest people who want the best for you, who love you, support you, who will go that extra mile, who bring you up when you're down, who love you for who you really are, not for looks or material superficial things. It's better to associate and spend your life with people like that and spot the red flags and avoid the others. Hope for the best, but please make sure you prepare for the worst as well. Forget those who've let you down and start today bringing yourself up again. Good luck and thanks for watching.